Hi, Vinny here from Graphite Note. And given that it's 5 to 10 times more expensive to acquire a customer than to retain an existing one, the whole area of customer churn is one that causes companies who have contractual customers a lot of headaches. And they're constantly looking for new ways and marginal gains to reduce the risk of churn or the event happening itself. So today, I'm going to walk you through our churn scoring model, which essentially allows companies who have contractual customers or a customer data set to train a machine learning model to be able to identify the characteristics of churn ahead of the human eye. What this means is that you can get in there, your customer success team or your account management team can get back in there with your customers ahead of the danger zone or to prevent them from churning. So a little bit first about Graphite Note. We are a no-code machine learning platform, and we allow companies to take their historical data, to use that data to program our pre-built machine learning models to predict future outcomes, from lead conversion to customer churn to predicting revenue to predicting product demand to predicting application usage and so on. And we can take data sets from any source because our models are data agnostic, and it allows users across functions to really leverage the power of no-code machine learning and predictive analytics to help them to improve their growth outcomes or operational outcomes. So in terms of the churn model, the first thing is everything starts in Graphite Note with data. So we need a data set, and this is a CSV file that I've imported, and you'll see it's a telecoms company data set. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to understand from the data who were the customers that churned and didn't churn. So while there's a lot of data points, and the more the better in here, the key for us is that we have that target label column. So in this instance, churn, we're trying to train a model as to what churn looks like. So you'll see we've got the companies or the customers that churned and didn't churn right down throughout the 1400 rows. This then allows us to train the model accordingly. So if I go into the model itself, you'll see that I've taken that data set and I've run it through our churn prediction model. And what it does, first of all, is help us understand the drivers of churn. So you'll see here in this data set, the most important feature to predict churn is tenure. So the longer the contract duration of the client, the less likely they are to churn. And there are a series of other drivers here that can influence churn. For example, contract, as we mentioned a few minutes ago, month-to-month contracts increase churn by 6 times. Whereas if we can get them, the customer, on a 1-year or 2-year contract early into their life with us, we're going to reduce churn significantly. And given the cost of acquiring customers versus the cost of retaining them, we may decide to take some of the costs that we would apply to winning customers into helping us retain customers. And by offering them loyalty, retention incentives at this stage of the journey, in order to reduce the probability of churn significantly. So each data set will produce tailored or individual results, and that data alone programs the machine learning model. The other thing you want to do here is to be able to predict churn. So this is essentially a churn playground. It's a what-if observation playground. So here, based on the characteristics within the data columns, you'll see that this type of customer has a probability of churning of nearly 60%. Now, if I could get that customer onto, say, a 1-year contract, what would the impact be? Well, straight away there's a reduction down to 40%. And if I can get them onto a 2-year contract, the probability of them staying with us is even greater. So you'll see here that the risk of churn reduces significantly. So companies use this and map their data either on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to the model in order to essentially get the alert as to customers that might be entering the danger zone. I hope you found that useful. And as always, if you have any questions, then please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm Vinny at graphite graphite-note.com. You can also access a series of use cases on our website and other resources that will help you get a feel for what we do at Graphite Note. And we do have a 7-day free access period to allow you to use your data to program a model, to predict outcomes, and for you to evaluate the value of that for you or your business before you sign up to be a paying customer. I hope you found that useful. Thank you.